I think we'll be okay. Let's go out to scratch gravel maybe. What direction are these clouds coming from? Yeah, we'll just go out to scratch gravel really fast. That's good enough at least to get going. Trail back into somebody. Everybody's showing up for work. Oh, it is chilly, I agree. Yes, I agree. It is chilly. Yeah, it is. You need to puke, I can tell. Yeah. You need to puke. All them sticks and stuff you've been eating. Yeah. You're doing the licking thing right now. Yeah, we'll try and get there. It'll be like 10 minutes. Can you do it without puking for 10 minutes? I can tell you need to do that. She's been, before we left, she was restless and she kept jumping off the bed and going into the bedroom, which I know sounds weird, but my bed isn't in the bedroom because I can't sleep if my bed is in the bedroom like that. Which is just a factor of living the van life for so long. Anyways, she's been jumping off of the frickin' bed, going in there and doing the whole, tongue thing, which tells me that she kept going in there because she needs to puke. She just hasn't done it yet. And then when we came outside, I thought for sure she'll probably just puke because she really wanted to go outside too. And I know it wasn't just because she had to go poop or anything. She just didn't want to puke inside the house because that's her go-to, is she doesn't want to puke inside the house. But her next go-to is, if she doesn't have the option of just going outside like she does in the van, is to go into the other room so that I can't see her do it because she gets embarrassed by it. Well, she did that like 4 times, and I turned the volume down on the TV just to hear if I could hear her puking, and she wasn't puking. And now you're doing it again, so I know you definitely have to puke. In the van, if she has to puke in the van, her go-to is to puke in my seat. So if we're hanging out in the back, for whatever reason, she decides she needs to puke and she can't just jump out the van door, she'll jump in the front seat, my seat in particular, and puke. Which, of all the places she could puke, is not a bad thing, because it's vinyl seats, so it's fairly easy to clean up, versus if she was to puke over in her bed or something. But she yesterday ate a lot of sticks, and she found like an old vertebrae last night on our run. And she ate most of that, like munched on it and everything. So she probably has a bunch of stuff in her stomach that is not digesting, that she just needs to get rid of. I'm so tired. That's why this is only going to be like a little run or a little walk. We're just going to do the little 2-mile loop. It's actually a little break in the storms right now, so we're gonna, the direction the clouds are moving, we should be okay. because there's a break right here. The clouds are moving that direction. North of us, it's raining. South of us, it's raining. What are we looking at? Oh, it's a robin. Yeah. But I'm super tired. After I lifted, I lifted pretty dang hard. It was busy again with a bunch of new people. Like, where are all these people coming from? I don't get it. And these last night at the gym was a bunch of freaking beefcakes, meatheads in there, as well as this one old guy that's just totally annoying. I felt sorry for this other guy that he just wanted to do deadlifts. There's only one like deadlift ramp, or whatever you call it, and this dude, who's just a weird dude, decided he was going to grab a mat, like a folding mat, and that's where he was going to do his sit-ups, was on top of where you're supposed to do deadlifts. And this guy was going to do deadlifts. Like, he was setting up his bar when this guy walked over there to do it. So the guy had to set up behind him off of the deadlift mat, which is okay because it's still got the rubberized floor and all that. But that's not where you're supposed to do it. And this guy's doing a set of sit-ups. It's like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, what the hell? There's a whole floor over on the cardio side, which is where he grabbed the mat from to do that stuff. and there was hardly anybody over there, like. But yeah, so I had to deal with that lifting, but I was able to get a good lift session in. Worked out pretty hard. And then I did not want to go to 10 Mile because we'd been there so many times, and it was windy. It would have been miserable there anyway, so we decided to go out. Since we're really close to Echo Lane, we just went out to Echo Lane Trailhead. And originally I was like, oh, we'll just do the 4 mile loop, get some miles in, because I didn't get, for those of you that were here yesterday morning, I didn't get a good run in the morning. So, like, I was feeling really good. So we actually did get a run in last night, and we did about a little over 4 miles, but we didn't do the loop. We went the other direction, because I was like, well, we haven't gone this other direction forever because there's not very good signal there. Like, I can stream, but it's not like super good signal. So we decided to go that way, and then we weren't going to go as far as we did, but there was a break in the thunderstorms in such a way that the lighting and the sunset was just looking so beautiful. And so we were just enjoying being out there, and we did more, because I was just going to do like 2 miles, doing out and back for 2 miles. We ended up doing the lollipop back there, which got us like 4.5. But it was like so beautiful out, and like there was a little bit of wind, but it wasn't that bad, like back in there, because you're protected from trees and stuff, versus like the loop when you're on that one side of the mountain where you're just fully exposed. And so it was yeah, I could turn that heat up, you're right. We're warm now, because it is cold outside. It's humid and 49 degrees, which is, the real feel is like 40 or something like that. But I ran a lot of it, most of it, at a pretty good pace even. And we were just enjoying the night, and then we didn't get back home until 10. And then I quickly made something for dinner. Did a little bit of work on the computer, but then decided to just try and go to bed. We watched one episode of Vox Machina, or Machina, I think it's pronounced. And by then it was 11 o'clock, so now I have my internet set to turn off at 11 o'clock at night for two reasons. One, I need to save, since I'm running off my van, when it's cloudy like this, I can't charge that much during the day. So I have it shut off from 11 o'clock at night till 5 in the morning. Because usually I get up about 5:30 right now. Sometimes I get up a little bit before that, but it's not a big deal because I'm making coffee, doing whatever, so I don't really need the internet. But also that forces me to try to go to sleep. Well, even that, I still didn't get to sleep until it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I woke up as soon as the sun hit my face, which happens at like 5:50 in the morning, coming through my window. So I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night, so I'm a little tired. And my legs feel tired just since we actually did run a pretty decent run last night. Because I still got like 700 feet of vert even in that. So that's why this morning is going to be just a nice little easy 2-mile walk. Maybe a little bit of running in there, we'll see. And then we're going to go home, and I'm probably going to take a nap. I'm going to go back to bed. But she needs to do something this early in the morning, or else she is just a butthead. I wasn't going to. And, you could just drive the speed limit, lady. Some lady coming from the other direction had a guy like a truck behind her, probably, following her too close, tailgating her. But, yeah, I'm definitely going to take a nap today. Because I am tired. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Well, I'm going to hit the gym tonight, and then tomorrow we'll do something quick in the morning. Maybe just the 4-mile loop or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll go out to the lower trails in Mount Helena and just do like a 3-mile loop. I don't know. We'll see. Because tomorrow is when I'm going to work on my suspension, so I need to have all day to do that. It is supposed to be really super nice tomorrow. Today, not so much. Like, it's cold all day today. And then tomorrow's going to warm up. And Friday will be decent, so if I need to carry over into Friday, I can still be doing stuff. And then Saturday, it's supposed to get really cold and rainy again. And then it's just off and on. It's like I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday of next week is supposed to get up to like 90 degrees, and then like 2 days later be a high of like 60 again, or 50 or something like that. Crazy. So it's like just normal weather for us here in Montana this time of year, very bipolar. But hopefully we will be traveling by then, so it won't matter. Which I still got to figure that out. We're definitely not going to have time to do the southern route. I would still like to go down to no, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. There's a couple of state parks if we were to go like through Arkansas and Tennessee and all that kind of stuff that would be pretty cool. But like there's one place in Arkansas which has really cool trails in some of the mountains there. What are those, the Ozarks or something there? Where you can sleep overnight. There's some really cool state parks in Tennessee where you can camp overnight as well, with some trails. And then I really want to go to Dolly Sods and hit some of the trails with her there. So just one run in with DC. Man, I am so tired right now. And then go to Maine. Okay, what direction? Clouds coming. Yeah, we're still good. We are still good. Clouds, I don't think we're gonna get hit. I think we have just enough time to knock out a couple miles here. Oh, ooh, that sun is out right now. It feels so nice. That sun is, or it is cold out here, real temperature. But I'm gonna keep my, how much battery do I got? Oh, I got plenty of battery for us to do this. We don't need our jacket or anything. Or I mean our vest, or we don't need our battery for our vest, so we're just gonna go put this. Sorry about the shoddy camera work here. I just got to get you on my gimbal, and then we will. There we go. Lock the door. Where are you going? My heel was a little bit tight today too. It was a little rough getting out of bed. Which, I mean, I did, 9 miles total yesterday, which is a lot for me right now. Still trying to work back in, which is another reason why I don't really want to do a lot this morning. Could I? Yeah. Once I get going, I wake up, I'd be fine. It's just, I don't want to do too much. So I'm having a halfway decent recovery right now. Wow, that wind is actually warm. Like, there was 0 breeze in Helena downtown. So, but that breeze is warm out here. That's crazy. I guess it kind of makes sense because gosh dang, what do I got? Damn. I got freaking cut or something, like a loose piece of skin on my pinky, and it hurt. So I'd rip it off. Now it doesn't hurt just to touch. I mean, it hurts if you touch it, but it doesn't hurt. It was like my hand or my finger would kind of rub against my shorts or whatever, with my arm swing, and then every time it was hurting. Anyways, so I don't want to do too much today. I don't want to ruin my recovery process. Because like I said, like this morning, I was a little worried because I went to get out of bed and I was like, oh, what is going on? Why does my heel hurt? And it's not like plantar fasciitis hurt, where they talk about like your first couple steps out of bed, like on the bottom of your heel, you have that excruciating pain. No, this is like something is tight, and so you try and bend your foot. What they call that, is that dorsal flexion of your foot, and it just hurts. Blew my nose before we left. Ooh, that's a breeze. It is supposed to get really, really windy later today. Well, I guess actually in like an hour. So that's why the breeze, it probably wasn't breeze when we left Helena, but now it's kicking up because high wind warning in effect from like, I think 9 o'clock this morning, which would be, well, probably half an hour away. I don't know, what time is it? Yeah, half hour away. Till like noon tomorrow. God dang, it's just kicking up already out of nowhere. Boy, they had the time right on that. Because just when we got here, there was like, what, maybe a 1 mile an hour breeze. It is kicking up now. And we made it hardly anything down the trail here. What, a quarter mile down the trail. It's already blowing now at about a 20 mile an hour with some higher gusts. Explodes. Now the wind is cold. It was a warm breeze when we first got here. It is frigid now. Climb the up top, but we're just doing the lower loop today. Well, it's more of a figure 8, I guess, than a loop. If you guys can tell, but she just took off down the trail because she wants to excuse me, she wants to get down there before me to try and decide where she wants to go, or trying to decide where we're going to go, I guess I should say. Look how gorgeous it is out there though. Like, it is like the valley. So like I said, the sun's opened up a little bit. You can see some storms right there. This direction, there's, like I said, it was raining. You can't see it through those trees, but it is raining over there. Raining up in the wilderness. Like, why can I not think of the word? Because that's the wilderness back there. But it's completely sunny over the valley right now. See, I wonder if on a clear day, I've never actually looked, because if you look that direction, you're pretty much staring straight where Bozeman would be. I wonder on a clear day from the top of the mountain up over here if you can see the Bridger Range. I guess to say you can. What kind of bird is that? I don't recognize that song. Oh, is that a mockingbird? Mockingbird? It would be really funny as if it actually is a mockingbird after I said that. I was just thinking that old meme. Oh, is that a mockingbird? Yeah, a mockingbird. Let's see where my dog is. If she would have gone way up the trail by now, as fast as she took off, to try and convince us that that is where we need to be going, which indeed it is not. Maybe where she wants to go. I don't even see her. So we'll just wait for her to realize that that's not what way we're going. I mean, it's nice and sunny, I don't care. The trail's right there. She'll figure it out eventually. But if I go any further down the trail, she will not be able to see me. So chances are she would go all the way back to the van. See, this is what she does. There she is. She's way up there. I see her now. Nahri! She's looking for me. She saw me. Here she comes. It's gonna take her a while because she was way up there. Now you should be able to see her. Well, if your screen is big enough, you'd be able to see her. Here she comes. This will get her energy out. She was like way up there. Good job, sweet girl. Thank you for listening. Yeah. Did you have fun anyways? As long as you were having fun. Right, chasing a squirrel or something. Yeah. She got a good butt wiggle going, so I think she was having fun. Whatever she was doing, she was having fun doing it. Oh, geez, I can feel my legs. Like we were running pretty good. It was very funny. I looked at the data afterwards because I was trying not to sweat too much because I definitely wasn't dressed to run. I was dressed for the gym and then good enough to go walk on some trails. That's what I was dressed for, not to go actually running on some trails with some vert. So I was just running fast enough that I didn't get too sweaty because I didn't have anything to change that into or out of. And we had to run by the store really fast because I was out of something. I don't even know what it was now. What the heck was I out of? I specifically remember I had to go there for something very specific. I couldn't even tell you what it is now. But while I was there, I was like, "Oh, good morning, quick." That's not what I didn't say that while I was there. I just noticed your comment. So I was saying, good morning. But while I was at the store, I was like, I really need to, I wanted to check and see, because meat is so expensive. I really wanted, if I had no worries of budget or anything, I really wanted a steak last night. And I think it's because I'm not getting enough protein. A bug just flew into the back of my throat. That was nice. As I was breathing in, or dust or something. It felt like a bug. It could have been dust from her sprinting by me. She likes to kick up dirt. It just happened to be when I was breathing in that it flew into my throat. Anyways, I think it's my body's craving protein. And I drink at least one protein shake a day. And I know I'm not eating all the protein I need to eat. So I think I was just craving protein, and so I was like, well, I'll go check and see if they have any good deals on meat. Because sometimes if you hit it like timing right and you get like a manager special, it's basically like you can get a steak for 50% off that they just want to get rid of, you know. Fortunately, they did not have any of that. It was like the cheapest beef they had was probably ground beef, and I didn't really want ground beef. At like what is ground beef like? I think it was like $8.50 a pound or something like that. That shit used to be like $3 a pound, and then like pork, you could usually get like shoulder steaks, which are like the cheapest cut of pork, for like $2.49 a pound. And then you could get, or it's actually probably cheaper than that even. Actually, I think sometimes you get it for 99 cents a pound. And the same thing with chicken. Like chicken breasts, where usually if you got like the big family packs, used to be like $2.49 a pound at my store. But you could usually get chicken thighs for like $1.50 or sometimes 99 cents a pound. And the cheapest thing I could find is they did have a manager special on some pork shoulder, like roast, like a big roast. I had to get like an 8-pound roast, but it was on sale for like $2 a pound, I think, like $1.99 a pound. So I was able to get that, so I bought that, and I'll just chop it up and stuff, you know, to use for different things. And then they did have a sale on chicken thighs, so I bought a big family pack of that, and I think that was on sale for like $1.50 a pound or something like that. But that used to be the normal price. That's the sale price now. It's like, gosh dang, I can't afford to eat. It's no wonder I'm like getting fat, because I'm eating cheap, not nutritional foods. Calorie dense, but not nutritionally dense foods. And I really wanted a salad, but even their salads were, well, they're little pre-made salads, which are usually pretty good. We're not the only ones they had left. Whatever hit me in the throat is still stuck there. They did not look the best. It was like what was left over for the day. They weren't that good. And they're still like, what, $4 I think for a salad. So they had like little pre-portioned out coleslaws, and that sounded pretty good. And it's like homemade stuff at the grocery store I go to that they do pretty good with. It's not like overly dressed, that kind of stuff. So it's like super soggy or whatever. And so I bought a thing of that, which hit my craving for that. And that was, I want to say like because it's done by weight, it was like $2.20 or something like that for a decent amount, about the, the perfect amount, I guess I should say. For a single portion. And then they had like a little pre-measured thing of banana pudding too for like $1.50, and I was like, oh, I know I'm going to be craving something sweet. This is like a good portion size. It's not like a huge amount, so I'll get that as well. And I got whatever I went there for. I just don't remember what it was. I don't know why. It wasn't like anything fancy or anything. It was just something I needed. Oh, liquid IV. I was out of liquid IV. That's what I went there for, was my liquid IV, which is super expensive. I remember when you could get the big box of that for like $12, and now the big box is like 20, double the price. Cheaper than my stuff I've been using the last couple of days, which is one of those hydration tabs. That shit's expensive. I don't like to just drink that throughout the day. I like to use that after like a big run, big training session, or something like that. It's good to have. Yeah, we definitely got lucky right now, because I don't know if it shows up really good in the camera, but it is raining over there. It is raining straight north of us, and we're sitting right in the middle, which is good. I do need to stop by my storage shed still. And, grab a few items out of there. So I might do that on the way back as long as it's still not raining. Because I do need my big hiking pack, because I'm not sure if we're doing any of the peaks that are overnighters, like backpacking in this year or not. I'm not sure. But I need to be prepared just in case. Plus, I mean, I'll have a few days here or there during in Colorado, so it might be nice if there's anybody sticking around in between races, you know, and they might want to go deeper in, go camp, backpack in a little bit and camp or whatever. It'd be nice to have all my gear. I need to get her a better little sleeping bag. I know Wilder Dog sells them. I don't know how expensive they are though, because right now for her, when we go into the like if we're gonna go backpacking in, I have a cheap like kid size sleeping bag from Walmart. That thing is like heavy and way more sleeping bag than she needs, even though it's a kid size. So I need to grab that. Or grab my hiking pack, and then my duffel bag I use to go to the gym is like, it is on its last legs. This thing is, I was thinking about this the other day. It would be, what, 30 years old? Yeah. No. Yeah, 30 years old. That thing would be 30 years old. That tells you how well built it was. I mean, it was an actual, back when, it is a Samsonite. I got it for free. I didn't even buy it. I like won it at a raffle or something like that. and it is like really well built, but it's just finally it's starting to fray just from being used so much. And half the zipper doesn't work, half the zippers like come apart from the fabric. And I have a really nice Brooks shoe bag that I got a few years ago that is like the perfect size for when I go to the gym. It's like I know I have a lot of crap loaded into it in my storage shed of running type stuff. I just don't know what. Stuff obviously I don't use very often. This way? Okay. I thought she was going to want to go the other way. I think she mistook me going underneath that branch, having to kind of weave this way a little bit, as in, this is what way I want to go. I don't care less. If we do 1.8 miles versus 2 miles, it don't matter to me. This is just to get her some exercise so she's not such a butthead while I nap the rest of the morning. Because I am tired. Oh, looks like we got another system coming right over the top of the mountains right here in front of us. Hopefully we can get out of here before anything hits. The clouds are moving fast, so anything could move in really super fast. I took like a 20-minute nap because I only got like 3 hours of sleep the night before as well. No, I got a little more than that. I don't remember. I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted, but I did get. So I was pretty tired yesterday. And it's normal when I do two-a-day stuff anyways for me to take a mid-afternoon nap. I took a mid-afternoon nap, like it was like a 20-minute nap, and I woke up and I could smell, like it smelled like fire. So my first thought, because we'd had thunderstorms all day rolling through, was great. There's a forest fire up on the Continental Divide somewhere that's flared up, and then I didn't really look out the window or anything, and then all of a sudden I hear the fire department sirens like rolling in right next to our building, and I'm like, oh gosh dang, is there a fire in my building? Like, is that what I'm smelling? And so I look out the window. Well, there's an old tree stump that sits next to the building across the way from me, and it was smoldering, like smoking. And so then I'm like, how the heck did that start on fire? Well, all the kids, I think yesterday was their last day of school. And by kids, I mean like middle school, elementary school. I have no idea about the high schools, if they're out yet or not. You would think they would be. But it's weird to be done on a Tuesday. So anyways, they were out, early out, So I wondered if like some kids were trying to get into mischief and decided we're gonna light this on fire. And then also I'm like, there's like hundreds of people walking through the walkie ball yesterday, like constantly. So it's like, how would they even do that? The only thing I can think of is somebody probably was like, just because of kind of the area it was at, was either smoking a cigarette or most likely a cigarette. I was gonna say a joint, but you're not gonna, you wouldn't happen with that. It's probably a cigarette, and they were sitting next to where that stump is and decided to snuff their cigarette out in the stump and then just left it. So it was kind of smoldering until the wind picked up from the thunderstorms coming through, and then that made it actually start to do something. I don't understand how it would even get started in the first place, but oh. That wind is cold and it's making my nose run. Oh, it is darky dark to the north of us here. Like, not very far to the north of us. And this coming over right here is kind of dark too. It's a big contrast from the nice bright sun. We'll go straight and then we'll come back on that other trail, okay? But we're not going very far. She wanted to go do another loop, which I'm not opposed to, but actually she didn't want to go do another loop. She knows that that goes up to the top. She wants to go to the top, which is what she's going to try and do here too. Yep, she's taking off that direction. All I'm going to do is just come up here to the other trailhead and walk down the trail back to where we're parked. Oh, she came back. And now she's going again. Nahri, we're gonna go this way. Nahri, we're going this way. She's doing better listening to me. She has her moments, but it used to be like 90% of the time. Oh yeah, we gotta get going anyways, because whatever's coming over the, whatever this is right here, it's about to get unpleasant. Let's just put it that way. That is dark. And I can tell it's like dropping some moisture. Anyway, it might miss us actually, because I think the wind has changed. No, the clouds are still coming from that direction though. That's just kind of weird. The wind is coming from this direction, the clouds are coming from that direction. I guess from perspective, the wind is coming out of the northwest, the clouds are coming out of the southwest. What was I talking about before I got rudely interrupted by myself? I don't remember. Sounds like Army Aviation's flying around. I wonder if they're at AT. So all their traditional folks are flying. Usually they don't fly this much until they get closer to the weekend. I don't see them. Where the hell are they at? That sounds like 2 or 3 freaking Chinooks. That sounds like. Unless it's just one echoing, which could be very true, very possible. Oh, it is coming down hard on the North Hills right now, which is only like 5 miles away. Oh, it is really coming down. We're gonna get perfect timing getting back because that guy doesn't think he's going to be riding his motorcycle up here. He's got a motorcycle strapped down in the back of his truck. It's like there are no trails up here that allow for motorized use. Now it's that cloud that's coming over the back behind us is looking very ominous. Out here, I didn't see him, but there's definitely another car. It wasn't here when we first got here. Somebody else I just noticed showed up, but they parked over on the other side, so they're probably gonna walk next to the railroad. There's an old railroad, which oddly enough, it's I don't know who bought it. I think it's an old Milwaukee line. So, but I'm guessing Burlington Northern Santa Fe, BNSF, probably bought it. But it's not an active line anymore. But they do store train cars on it. So every now and then, like even this section right here, it'll just be solid train cars that they just have sitting there. Morning, Raccoon. Makes it rain hot here. Yeah, see, same here. Raise the humidity, but not the temperature. It is super humid here this morning, or it has been the last couple days, really. Well, even it's actually been for the last week, it's been super humid. And yeah, it's like, for us, the bipolar weather is normal this time of year. And so it's like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, it's like today is supposed to be only a high of like 60 and rainy. Okay, it's currently raining right there. It's going to be raining soon back here behind us, which is why we're heading back to the van. And then tomorrow is supposed to be a high of like 80, so 20 degrees warmer. And sunny. And then Saturday, I don't know what Friday is supposed to be pretty temperate, I guess. And then Saturday is supposed to be a high of like 50 again. And then Sunday is supposed to warm up a little bit, but kind of rainy. And then by like Tuesday of next week, it's supposed to be 90. And then the very next day, the high is supposed to only be like 64 again. It's like a 30 degree temperature swings, like just back and forth every other day. Which again, like I said, that's actually pretty normal. Well, the 90 is not normal. Getting into the 80s is normal, but not the 90. That's usually July temperatures. But yeah, it's just been crazy weather. which is probably another reason why I didn't sleep well last night. Like I did not fall asleep until almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed at 11. And it took me, what, 3 hours to actually fall asleep. And even then it wasn't like good sleep. And I think it was just because it's so muggy that I just couldn't get like comfortable. It was like I kept throwing the covers on and off. And I had my window open. So you'd think it would be nice and cool, but no, it was just kind of muggy. Sounds like Indiana Hills every season in a week. Yeah, it's always been like that. Usually bed by 7. Well, I'm usually in bed by 9, and then I'm pretty much asleep usually by 10 o'clock in the morning, or 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock at night, I'm usually asleep. And then I wake up about 5:30 in the morning, usually. Yeah, there's the sprinkles. Sprinkles are hitting. Oh, I need to get rid of this. So we did get here just in time. But you're up at 3 most days? Yeah, I don't get up that early. I have no reason to. Like you, I get it. You know, you want to get a run in, you know, all that. You have to be at work at a certain time. I pretty much dictate my work day. There's a few times I don't, but most of the time I do my own work day. Whew. Yeah, but I'm usually like, so I usually get about 7 hours of sleep at night. But last night after the gym, I was feeling so good because, you know, I, for reasons known to everybody that joined yesterday morning's stream, you know, I didn't get a good run in because I had other issues. And so after the gym, even though because it was upper body, my day, like, my arms were completely destroyed, but my legs still felt good. And I didn't want to do 10 mile again, so we decided to come over on the other end of this area, and we did the other direction. And the sun set because the thunderstorms like broke up, and the sun was just kind of peeking through here or there. It was so freaking beautiful last night. So we just stayed out there for like 2 hours. And so I didn't get home until after 10 o'clock last night. At work by 8, I do things early. Running in the afternoon evening sucks. I enjoy both aspects of it. I enjoy running in the morning to get the run over with, but I also enjoy doing stuff at nighttime, whether it's a walk or a run. Just depends on how I feel. If I did leg day at the gym, then yeah, that's not fun. I'm gonna change my speaker back. Busier in the afternoon, at least running wise. Yeah, I get it. I mean, that's why we do. Usually our run that we do is at like after everything is done. So usually we hit the trails by anywhere from 7:30 to 8 o'clock at night. so for us, it's pretty late. It's after you go to bed. And typically, a lot of times, I don't even eat dinner after I get back at night. We just go straight to bed. Home things to do. I'd finish a gym session after work. Yeah, I don't necessarily love hitting the gym at nighttime, but I do love hitting the gym every day. A couple years ago, I used to do the gym. I used to go hit the gym right after my morning run. So I would get there around 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and try and beat because you'd have like the morning crowd that would be leaving, and then you have the afternoon crowd, that like the lunch crowd, I guess I should say, that shows up. So most of the people that are working out in the gym at lunchtime are usually federal technicians, and so they have a very specific time, and they typically show up to work early and leave earlier. And so their lunch break starts at like anywhere from 11 o'clock, like usually around 11 o'clock in the morning. Stretching and light strength training before showering and walking to work. Yeah, I'll tell you what. When I was in my best shape, probably one big reason for that is I was running. I had two vehicles out at the fort, and then I had one that I would have at home, and I would rotate between, like, I might, it was nice being able to say run to work, and then I had a vehicle there so I could run home at lunchtime to let my dog out, and then drive home at night, and then the next morning I would drive that vehicle back to work, and then run home. And it was 4.7 miles, almost 5 miles, and sometimes I would even run to work and run home. Like, doing the run commute thing was awesome. I loved it. Trying to work for you to be a marathon every day. Like I said, so like I had a nicer vehicle, so it was only like, instead of being like 10 miles round trip, it was 10 miles of running every day. It might only be the 5, because I would, I always had that extra vehicle to get me, so I was only running one way, I guess is how to say it. Ooh, it got hot all of a sudden. That sun in here. That's what's nice about being stationed at a military post too, is the fact that I could leave the vehicle out there, versus a lot of places where you work, you wouldn't be able to do that. Very streets with no sidewalks and dubious bike lanes. Well, and for me, it was nice because like half of my distance was 10 Mile Creek Park, which is just trail. And so it was like I'm on trail like for most of that. And then LeGrand was at least 1.5 miles of that as well, which is a really nice paved trail. So yeah, it was like, I think there was only maybe a 1/4 mile of that didn't have a sidewalk where you had to actually run on the street, but it wasn't a busy street, so it didn't matter. Now, you did have to cross the U.S. highway, which could sometimes be, you're playing Frogger, even though it has one of those little buttons and the flashy lights telling people to stop, they never do. These guys do it. Can't run in your neighborhood for that reason, yeah. There's this, political signs, around the gym. it just struck me odd because his name was Chris. His name was Chris Norris. And at first I thought it said Chuck Norris. And I was like, whoa, Chuck Norris is running for an office here. Well, this Chris Norris, it said he was running for sheriff and coroner. Now, typically, the coroner here is a separate position. And I always thought about running for coroner because the person that kept getting it every year or every 2 years, whatever the position is, he never had anybody run against him. So I was like, I could just run against him and, you know, be the coroner. Chuck Norris passed away, exactly. And everybody's like, well, you don't have a medical, like you're not a doctor. Like, how are you going to be a coroner? But if you look at the qualifications for the position, you go through a coroner's course. It's like a 2-week course. All you do as the coroner is pronounce somebody dead at the scene. That's all your only job. But our coroner here for this county also was a doctor, so he was typically the one that was in charge of like doing the autopsy and stuff like that. Well, that guy is doing a dual. Like, how do you run for sheriff and coroner? Like, that's a dual position. Like, I could see the sheriff being the coroner, but it makes sense to me because you'd have somebody that, you know, in the law enforcement that is going to be at the scene anyways. He can pronounce somebody dead. But now I'm like, who's going to do the autopsies? Do both, probably. Well, yeah, that's exactly. You would get 2 paychecks on it. Somebody obviously was on their way to the trash and lost one of their bags of trash, and it is scattered all over the road now. He didn't make it very far. I mean, the garbage is only not even half a mile away. My nose is really goopy right now, and it keeps like trying to run down the back of my throat. It's really gross. I'm wondering if on the ticket though, is he on there for like, would he be listed on there now for both positions, or do they just have it combined in one position? I wonder, because they could have, as the county, they could have like changed it to where they're going to make the sheriff the coroner as well. So who knows? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Okay, it is cold outside. And because I'm going next to the golf course right now, the public golf course. And that would be hole 12, I think. I think that's the 12th hole on the tee. And I looked over. I think if it's a small town, I can see. Well, this is for the county position. We don't have a city coroner. We just have a county coroner. Helena itself is like, well, the Helena metro area. It's not a big city. The Helena metro area. So if you count Helena proper, the Valley, and East Helena, which would all be inside of Lewis and Clark County, you're talking maybe 40,000 people. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I looked over and on the tee, because it's cold outside, just to put it in perspective. And there was a foursome. 3 of the guys were wearing long pants and a jacket. And then you got the one guy who was a plus-sized individual as well. So I guess he'd probably make sense. He has all that extra insulation. But he was wearing a golfing t-shirt and shorts. I'm like, dude, it's freezing out there. All your buddies are wearing freaking a coat and pants, and you're out there in shorts and a t-shirt, and it's only going to get colder, and it's going to rain. Like, it's sprinkling right now, so I'm actually surprised he's not whatever anyways, but but it's like around here you see a lot of times as soon as spring barely breaks and you'll get all these gym bros that decide they're going to go for a run outside. I had a friend that did that, but this guy was probably 250 pounds, I'm not gonna lie. He might have been even more than that. But around like here, in Montana, all around, it's not even just a Helena thing, you see it in Bozeman too, and you get these gym bros that decide to go for a run outside because it's nice. Well, nice when spring breaks here is like 40 degrees or 30 degrees and sunny, and no snow on the ground. And then they're out here going for a run and they're just in shorts and no shirt. And it's like, dude, it is not that hot out that you need to run without a shirt on, for one. And two, how are you freezing? Not freezing. I'd be freezing. Really, buddy? I'm doing freaking 5 over the speed limit. There's nobody behind me, and this guy decides he needs to pass me to get in front of me to get to this red light. You saved a car length by cutting me off like that. You freaking idiot. Sorry, it's a lady. I always assume it's a guy, but this time it happens. Yeah, I'm looking at you. She just looked at me in the mirror too, because she knows she was a dick. Anyways, the only reason why they're doing that is to show off how like toned and muscular they are. It has nothing to do with the degree of the weather. Shirtless at 30-degree weather. Yeah, exactly. He was over 200 under the military. Jeez. But you see them. Oh, geez, she's just driving like a jackass because now she is just up on the ass of the car in front of her too. Like, where are you going in such a hurry? You're not going to get anywhere. There's no passing on this road, and now it's a single lane. Like, where do you think you're going, lady? But it's funny when you see him. Oh, now she just blasted through a red light. Wow. Right next, that takes the balls too, because the building right off to our left is the frickin' police department. She's like, that wasn't even like the light is yellow, I'm gonna go through the red light. No, the car in front of her went through the light when it was yellow. It was red before she even got close to the intersection. All right, 12 miles. But I love it when you see them like running around here when it's like 30 degrees like that, and they're bright pink because it's so cold outside. It's like you're getting like frostbite on your skin. Like, put a shirt on, you fuckstick. But I'm also that guy that I would rather be too warm than too cold. I will overdress. I'm not the type that will go ahead, buddy. You got the right of way. It's a walking pedestrian path, so you got it. It's a red light up there anywhere. It's not like I can go. What's this guy doing? Dude, that's a one-way. I hope you're not trying to. And then you got this guy that's just crossing the road. Dude, that's a one-way. Okay, I guess he's just gonna go down the wrong way on the one-way. You fucking idiot. What the fuck is this guy doing? He's like, oh, whatever. Clearly it's a one-way. The ginormous one-way signs, and then as soon as he turned on the street, you got people facing you on both directions. I don't know, I'm actually surprised there's not traffic sitting there. You'll get a little ways, then all of a sudden notice that, oh shit, there's actually cars coming straight at me in both lanes. Surprised I didn't notice all the cars parked on both sides facing me, but whatever. I don't know where that guy thought he was going. He claimed he was used to it because he was from Minnesota or some state where it was cold all the time. There are stupid drivers everywhere. But like there's a one way that you catch that I get. If you're from out of town, up by the grocery store I go to. So the block, on both sides of the block, everybody traveling west on the north end, like it's a one-way going west, and then on the south of the block, it's a one-way going east. And so if you're pulling out of one of the businesses there, I could see, there's no sign saying it's a one-way when you get to that. So I could see people getting confused and being like, oh, I need to go that way. I'm going to turn right if you're not from there. But that is clearly marked. Like they have signs everywhere marking that as a one-way. And that dude is just like, oh, I'm just going to turn left here. In the winter, the canal was frozen over and some car somehow was driving on the frozen water on the canal. Holy cow. Should be saved by the police. That's crazy. How did you even make it with a car here? Well, that's like, because I used to spend a lot of time in Minnesota. And they knew when it was time to pull all their stuff off the ice, all their ice houses and stuff, when the first person would fall through the lake with their vehicle. Okay, ready to go? I need to go take a nap. Yeah, I'm going to take a nap. Are you going to let me take a nap? She's looking at me like, fuck no, I'm not going to let you take a nap. You going to let me take a nap? She's like, I don't care what you do. Let's get inside and get me a treat. That's all she wants. Well, I only got like 2.5 hours of sleep, so I need a nap. Oh, I am so tired. I'm so tired. My eyeballs even look tired. But we have a break in the weather, so we're going to get going before it gets nasty again. She's like, no. She's like, give me a treat, bitch, and then we'll decide. Huh. She just wants to go check out and see if there's this. She saw a squirrel in the tree outside our building once last week. And so now, every time she goes outside, she's like, I know that fucking squirrel's there. I know that squirrel's there. I'm going to get it. What? Okay, well, we're going to go. Bye, everyone. Maybe after the gym tonight, if the weather's nice, we might maybe go live and hit some trails or something. And then we'll do something tomorrow, but it won't be too long because we're doing van work tomorrow, so I can't be too late because I got to make sure I get it done before the place closes tomorrow, just in case I need, however, if I need to go grab something else or whatever, because I have to rent a special tool, and I'm only going to rent it for the day. I don't want to be freaking renting it for more than a day, so we got to get it done. But anyways, that's going to be it. Bye, everyone. Love y'all. And then we'll see you guys next time. Say bye. Bye, Nahri. She's like, what? You said my name?